Greetings Pilgrims, I'm Doug. This is Camino 2020, a section of my channel dedicated to preparing for the Camino de Santiago. And in this video I want to talk to you today about what might be the very best backpack to walk the Camino. When I first started researching for Camino gear, I looked at a lot of thru-hiker videos, backpacker gear reviews, and stuff like that, because I realized that these are people that use the gear in some of the harshest conditions. Most of them are committed to lightweight, if not ultra lightweight pack loads, and I figured I could learn a lot about the gear they use and make some good decisions based on that for my Camino. Now, there is a lot of overlap between some of the gear that backpackers and hikers use and that Camino pilgrims use. Osprey backpacks, for example, are very popular in both realms. However, there is one product line that I have never in my life heard a Camino pilgrim mention, and that is Zpacks. Zpacks is a small cottage industry type manufacturer, but they are making some of the very finest ultralight gear out there. And one of the things that I heard a lot about was their backpacks, namely the Arc series. This is the Arc Blast 55, named so because it is considered a 55-liter pack. However, if you notice, it doesn't really look that big. It's actually about a 42-liter main compartment with another 13 liters of storage in these big pockets on the side and on the back. So size-wise, this is pretty much exactly what a lot of Camino pilgrims are taking. Something in the 35 to 45 liter range. The Zpacks Arc Blast fits right in. This pack that can hold 55 liters of equipment weighs less than 21 ounces. That means that this pack weighs as much as this. I mean, when I first got the box, I shook it to find out if anything was in it. I mean, look at this little thing. How do you put a 55-liter backpack in a box this small? Well, Zpacks did it. And part of the reason the pack is so lightweight is because of the material that it's made of. And that brings me to the next big selling point of the Arc Blast. The material on the pack is a Dyneema composite. And not only is Dyneema super lightweight, but it is natively water resistant. I'm not saying you should throw it in a river or something, but there's a good chance your gear could make it. So, the Arc Blast is a perfect Camino size, it is incredibly lightweight, and it is water resistant. What else could you want? How about a fully ventilated, adjustable harness? Yep, that's right. You've got a back mesh panel on the Arc Blast that can actually pull away from the pack, which I'll show you in a minute. But the point is, if you like the stretch mesh ventilated backs of packs like Osprey or Gregory, the Arc Blast has it. And not only that, but you can actually adjust the harness up and down to fit your torso. So although the pack comes in different sizes, you can do adjustments to the harness in the field. Now, both of those last two features are extremely rare in ultralight backpacking. Most of the time, you basically have a big sack with some straps on them. Zpacks has found a way to keep the weight extraordinarily low, and yet still give a good harness that is adjustable and keeps the air on your back. All right, it's time for a bit of a tour. It won't take long because the Zpacks Arc Blast is a very simple pack, and that is one of the reasons people like it. On the outside, you have a gigantic stretch mesh pocket that goes nearly to the top and nearly to the bottom and both sides. You can get a ton of stuff in here, or you can just put your wet clothes in so they can dry out. On both sides, you've got large size Dyneema pockets with elastic on the top. Up the side, you have a zigzagging compression strap that is quite tiny. Now on this pack, I opted to add in these side straps that allow the pack to be tied down on the sides. If you don't get those, you basically have a top strap that holds down the roll top that basically works in the same way as a standard dry bag. That's not a problem because they will close on themselves, and then you can just close it up with the top strap. But if that's not the way you want it stored and you want a little compression down the sides, I think it was only $10 for those extra side straps. You do have two small cords on the bottom that can be used for lashing something small to the bottom. And the back is really where you start to see some of the amazing features of the Arc Blast. Now, you've got a decently padded belt. In fact, on me, this did better than the Osprey Exos. It's about 2.5 inches wide, about 3/8 inches thick. The hip belt has dual straps on both sides, and this makes a big difference. You can actually adjust both the top and bottom of the belt through a side pull instead of just one big strap. You have a multiple daisy chain shoulder strap, sternum strap, and load lifters, something else that is missing on a lot of ultralight packs. And again, this harness system is very easy to adjust. These straps back here, you simply push up on this tab and then slide it up and down. Now, what makes the Arc series be the Arc series is that there are carbon rods going around this framed pack. You can actually bend the backpack away from the back mesh, creating a nice arc that keeps the pack from riding up against your back, trapping sweat, etc. And so now you have a nice trampoline mesh. The top of the pack closes like a dry bag, and then there's a fairly quiet, actually, Velcro enclosure that helps you get the top sealed up. Inside, you really see that Dyneema lining. Inside is just essentially one big hole. There is a small strap for a hydration bladder, but there is no pocket, there is no lid, there is no sleeping bag compartment. You get a backpack that is the perfect size for walking the Camino. You get a pack that is natively water resistant, and you get a harness system that has the trampoline mesh to keep it off of your back, and it is adjustable. Okay, now for the bad news. You knew it was coming. Unfortunately, when it comes to backpacks, between good quality, lightweight, and inexpensive, you only get to pick two. And it is no secret which two you are choosing with the Zpacks Arc Blast.
I got to know.
You are getting good quality, lightweight. Inexpensive, not so much. The Zpacks Arc Blast by itself, with no modifications whatsoever, starts at $325. Yeah, I know. In a world where you can find perfectly good backpacks in this size for well under $200, $325 is a bit of sticker shock. Further, if you want more pockets, if you want hip belt storage, if you want better padded shoulder straps, all of those can be added as modifications, but they all cost money as well. If you were to go through the Zpacks Arc Blast and just totally trick it out, you could easily be looking at a $400 backpack. But keep in mind that for that price, you are getting a perfect sized Camino backpack that weighs less than most small day packs. You're getting a pack that is natively water resistant, which is going to save you maybe $30, $40 on a rain cover. And you're not giving up the comfort of a stretch mesh adjustable back harness. I would say that these are four features that are very highly desirable for the Camino. And when you stop and think about it, $100, even $200 extra for the Camino may not be that much for a super comfy walk. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't leave you with one word of caution. Unfortunately, because Zpacks is a small cottage industry company, you cannot find their backpacks in stores. And what that means is you're not really going to know if the backpack suits you until you buy one and try it on. Now, Zpacks return policy is one of the strictest that I have seen in the industry. If you're a store like REI or something like that that can just absorb return after return, maybe it's not that big a deal. But with Zpacks, they really feel the hit when a pack gets returned. So for them to take it back, it basically has to be unused. Now, if you are new to ultralight gear and ultralight backpacking, I would strongly suggest that you give this a try. But do it in a highly clean environment. Be extremely careful with the pack not to get it dirty, not to get any dog hair on it, no odors, nothing. If you're going to send the pack back, you need to send it back in perfect shape. It's rated to carry comfortably up to about 25 or 30 pounds, which is way more than you should be bringing on the Camino. If you're down around 15 pounds or so, this thing is going to feel like a feather. But make sure you try it out with your pack load on your body for enough time to make sure it's going to be comfortable, because again, once you walk out the door, it's yours, baby. I hope this gear review has been helpful to you. If it has, would you mind liking the video? And if you are into the Camino or hiking and gear review kind of stuff, that's what this section of the channel is all about. If you want to hit subscribe, that would be fantastic. I would appreciate it. And if you want to know when videos get dropped, click the bell notification as well, and I can let you know every time a new video comes out. Until next time, I'm Doug. This is Camino 2020. Buen Camino.